found my REO Speedwagon CD, so we're going to be listening to that today. I thought it fit. How was 10 Things I Hate About You? There. Boom. I've reviewed 2 rom-coms, and they're both really good. What else can come from these movies? They're all the same, right? That's what I was saying until I realized how many rom-coms I've had on my list for a while. Now here is the first one from my list. I'm not done until I'm finished with these stupid rom-coms, but I will quit before I'm done. Now, what have I done for the girls that I've liked? I haven't sat down and asked myself that. Probably because it's not the best thing to open a closed book, but I am tempted. I'm waiting though. I'm waiting until I have at least a way to answer a second question. What did they think about it? How was what I presented taken by them? Because that is what mattered. It wasn't what I was presenting. It wasn't what was happening. It's how did they take it? Because the stuff that I did for them, it's for them. It's not for me. I don't need to know that past then. How on earth did I get to the 3-month point and not feel as awkward as I used to be? Like the 2 weeks. That's a huge thing with rom-coms, and partially why I love watching them. The man in the situation is always presented so well for himself. More importantly, he's creative, caring, attentive, cute, and kind of a bad boy, but are kind of good for each other. Yeah, the rom-com is tailored more towards a feminine audience. It gets more niche, don't worry. This is a high school romance, so naturally, everyone has to be rebellious and horny. Maybe I'm just raised really well, but I don't see things like this day to day. But rising from the overly sexual obsessive sycophants are literature enthusiasts, like phoenicides. You see, they long for real love, real passion, real men who understand literature too. With an understanding of literature comes a critical mind, which is a setback in some ways. Quality control seeps into everything you do. Everything is so hard for you with high school, social pressures, a critical mind, and the future are all coming to a head for 5 years of your life. I'm making fun of myself too here. You're hearing my critique. Okay, focus. Back to the movie. What makes this movie its own? That's tough. Cute guy with aforementioned traits? Check. Girl who is self-aware of her shortcomings and is so much so that she allows them to mesh with her strengths and become independent? Check. Cute guy breaks down walls? Check. Both cute guy and independent girl mess up, but one is blatant and the other is ambiguous? Check. The blatant mess up gets upset at the ambiguous screw up? Check. In solving the ambiguous screw up, all is forgiven, even the unspoken issues? Check. Hold on. What did I just asked what was different, and I slid right back into what made it the same. Focus. Back to the movie. What makes the movie its own? I think I have it now. It nearly perfectly captures the concept of a high school romance. Just the concept. Here, let me explain. There are so many options out there. To All the Boys I've Loved Before, Mean Girls, Princess Diaries 2. I can keep going, but at this point, I'll keep the dignity that I have left. Those are all fair movies, sure, but they did school dirty. With every scene in this movie, 10 Things I Hate About You, something is missing to make it perfect, to make the characters click the way they need to for the ending, to make things go as well as they are in my expectation. But none of the characters there notice. They're still young. They have a ways to go, whether they're looking for their literary love or not. Here's a couple examples. After detention, we meet Patrick and Kat on Lake Union, paddling, but going nowhere. We're not going to get into that. The cinematography is for later. When Kat gives up a little bit of herself, Patrick takes a hold of it. But he doesn't seem to take it in. He makes a flirty joke about it. Right? It's the no. You didn't disappoint me. Like great line, sure. Had no place there. Sure, it moves her away from focusing on her flaws, which in turn unmeshes her flaws from herself, which in turn makes her less completely self-reliant, which in turn gives Patrick more of a place. But that wasn't the point of her line. She opened herself, and a, quote, self-assured cute boy should have some way to answer that isn't straight out of a novel with a name like Turtley Yours. That's the point. After that line, they move on. They forget it and go paintballing. After their really cute and fun paintballing sesh, they go back home and talk. And it just takes a little talking to come to a gap in communication, which is the most valid issue in this movie. Gaps in communication are the biggest problems in relationships, and they're even bigger with high school relationships. Just like I went back and I watched the lake scene again. I watched the paintball scene again because I needed to see if I could find a price tag for paintball. If I could find a price tag for the boat rental. Patrick was just paid like $300. Make paintball cost around that. Because he asked for that much. Make him so thoughtful that beforehand he was perfect. He found the paintball, he found the boat rental, and he planned everything. It was just meant for a little later. I had my fingers crossed to make Patrick stand as best as he could in my mind. Everything falls naturally short in this movie, and I'm not mad at it at all. I'm more upset at the outcome, at what this movie does in concept. I'm upset at the concept, and it's highlighting it really well. Now, I like my Prada backpack. I love Heath Ledger. Just like all of his roles, he's too perfect with them. Everyone is well cast in this, and things end up really well for the people that need it to happen. The look of the movie is well done, but it's very generic. But that helps its rom-com nature. Romance enthusiasts have very consistent expectations with both their movies and their books, and who are the filmmakers to switch that up? Also, a few times in the movie, they kind of threw in sex stuff where it was uncalled for. Some of it was fun to have, but when it gets in the way of my movie, it's unnecessary. Generic, thoughtful, sweet, thorough, and fun, but keep it in your pouch. 6 out of 10.